Luke, I'm a photographer, and I wanted to take on a bit of a challenge. Over the last year, I've been very lucky to go and take photos of bands through many different cities and countries throughout the UK and Europe, and I want to go back and see them again and turn them into films just to show off how beautiful these places really are. Just how every film has a lead actor and a great soundtrack, I felt like these films needed that as well. This is my 1991 Mark II Scirocco. I've owned it for about 3 or 4 years, but with the help of some friends, I want to rebuild it and turn it into the lead character in these films that will be able to take us thousands of miles throughout Europe on these incredible roads and really be able to make the most of these journeys and look like the centerpiece of these films. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll have seen that over the last week or so we've been stripping down the donor car, which is a Mark IV Golf with a 2.3 V5 engine, which will provide the soundtrack for these films once we've swapped it into the Scirocco. But we don't just want to put the engine in the car and have it running. We want it to look absolutely beautiful as well. With that said, we need to crack on with tearing down the Scirocco, ready for its new heart, ready to go and make these films for you. Here's where we got to. Or you have like a Mark I GTI, you probably know the pain that I've just gone through to take these off, but these are finally off. All the connectors are off, drive shafts are out, pretty much all the coolant lines are off as well, so the engine should be out. Should be out tonight? Maybe. So the time is currently 9:20. I reckon we have engine out by, what time do you reckon, mate?
What's the time now?
9:20.
10:30.
Hour and 10 minutes. So after a mission in the rain, we couldn't find a pallet to drop the engine down onto. So we've gone for plan B, which is the bonnet off the Golf. It's the only option we've got to get this engine out today, which needs to happen. We haven't got the luxury of a hoist, or everything's on the floor here, and this is like the only way we can take this engine out, because we have to drop it out, so sketchy is the only way. So, bearing in mind, we went hunting for a pallet, couldn't find a pallet, and now we're dropping it onto a bonnet. We are dropping it onto a bonnet 2 minutes before we said we'd be dropping it onto a bonnet. Not too bad. That's not too bad. I reckon we drop it on the floor. Yeah, that's engine out, bro. What time is it?
Oh, an hour just doing that, innit?
An hour late, but the engine is out.
I mean, technically speaking, it was out at 10:30. Like,
Yeah.
just getting it out from under the car.
So we didn't need the bonnet in the end, but the engine is out. Bay needs a really good cleaning up. A little bit of rust protection here and there. Brake servo, mass cylinder, the extension bars are all coming out because we're going to do a hydraulic box. But yeah, bonnet was great. How are we going to do this? Because this ain't got any brakes. My bucket? Sit on the bucket in there. I think I'm just going to brave it. No, this is fine. This is so dumb. Yeah, I got it. Oh mate, it's like we've done it before. Immaculate. It's so cold, isn't it? We need the OBD2.
Do indeed.
The Golf killer.
I don't kill him. That one. Yeah.
He killed that one first.
I won't say kill him.
In the process of saving.
Making it better.
So yesterday we managed to get the engine out of the Scirocco. Today I've only got a few hours down here, but the plan is to get the wiring loom out so we can get that sent off to James with the other loom. We also need to get the brake servo, master cylinder and the bar that basically takes it from right hand drive to left hand drive out. I'm going to be running a hydraulic pedal box, the clutch and the brake in this. So we need to get all the old system out so we can make space for the new stuff and run the hard lines for that. Job number one, we need to bleed the brakes to make sure there's no fluid ruining the lovely floor. So this is our professional brake bleeding kit. It consists of this tube and this bottle. I'm a one-man band today, so we're just gonna try and hope that this stays on and it doesn't make a mess. But that's gotta go on the bleed nipple, and I just gotta sit in the car and pump the brakes. So I sort of knew that this was going to be the case. I knew there was a little bit of rust in the car. We have had new sills put in the back, but the inner sills just pulling the carpet back to get the rest of the wiring loom out. There's quite a lot of actual floor, as in the floor of the garage, that I can see through the floor of the car. So they are going to need attention. I don't weld myself, so might need to get some friends in to come and weld in some new patches. They're not too bad, they're just in very tricky spaces. It's one of the things about having these old cars. But yeah, I'll update everyone when we know what's going to go on with it. Right now, there are 3 big holes in the floor of my car. Sick. Change of plan for today. After finding those bits of rust, I think I'm just gonna strip all of the interior out and then get any rust that needs attention sorted. Take all of the plastic trims off just because I'm worried that they might be hiding some more bits. If we're gonna build this car, we may as well build it properly. Yeah? Go on, bud. Today has turned into a bit more of a stripping the car down and taking a lot more out of the car than I was expecting to be honest with this project. But I think it's going to be for the best, just making sure that any rust or any spots of concern are dealt with and protected, and we just make sure that they're not going to become a problem in the future. We've still got to get the wiring loom out, and then that's going to be sent off, and then it's just a case of touching up, welding, then getting everything back in the car. Thanks so much for watching. This is going to be the first episode of many, and I hope you've enjoyed. Everything's going to get more exciting from here on in. The rebuild, repainting and making this car sound and look incredible, that is all to come. From me, from Aero and from everyone who's helped out, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.